evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to stand here and make a bunch of promises. My vision is clear, my platform is modest in scope, and the details of both are available to everyone in my brochure and on my website. In a nutshell, I believe we need to focus on infrastructure, increased public participation in the governance process, greater collaboration and cooperation with neighboring municipalities, water conservation, and of course ongoing fiscal responsibility. I'd be pleased to answer questions about these later, but the platform is only part of the story. The real issues before us in this election are leadership, trust, and the direction we want to go as a village. Over the past 3 years, my council colleagues and I as a group managed some accomplishments of note. We communicated with residents on an ongoing and fully informative basis. We professionalized and upgraded our public service in terms of personnel, facilities, and processes. We laid the foundation for our future by welcoming and supporting the Regional Children's Centre. We undertook collaborative efforts on numerous fronts with all the other municipalities within Camrose County boundaries, and we still managed through all that to keep our debt levels minimal and our taxes among the lowest in Alberta for a municipality this size. These things occurred because of leadership. Not just my leadership, but the leadership of every single councillor on the past council. There's Darrell here with his decades of experience in public works with Flagstaff County, and who's one of the most fair-minded, decent, and dependable people you'll ever meet. There's Jody from her many years of experience with Camrose County, a superb knowledge of administration and proper procedure, and a true professional in every sense of the term. There's Rita with her many years of frontline customer service experience, and one who rolls up her sleeves and always gets things done as promised when promised. And finally, there's Gord with his many years of business and community service experience, with all the knowledge and insightful perspective that this entails. These are all leaders in their own right, and I am proud of how we work together. I am proud that even when we disagreed, the discussions never got personal. I am proud that no one came to the council table with a personal vendetta or a hidden agenda, and ladies and gentlemen, I am proud how clear it was that everyone on this previous council always had only the best interests of the whole village at heart. So when I speak of leadership, I speak not just of myself, but of each of my colleagues over the past 3 years. When we got elected, we heard loud and clear that there were a whole bunch of things that needed to be done differently in Bawlf, so that's what we set out to do. We demanded accountability and a sense of professionalism from everyone in our organization. We set our expectations high. We set out to operate at the highest standard that a municipality this size can achieve, and we set out to take a leadership role, not just within the community, but within the region. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, we simply put our minds to doing the right things and doing them right. This is the least that residents should expect. Now, naturally, not everyone likes this kind of change because it means a higher level of accountability and supervision than before. It means decisions based on merit and professionalism rather than on personal preferences and friendships. And it means governance based on purpose and direction rather than on things simply being good enough, because, ladies and gentlemen, good enough never is. These two different ways of doing things have resulted in an election in which the stakes are much higher than they might seem. And I think it's therefore critical that voters know whether each and every one of us seeking your trust over the next 3 years has the vision to lead and the wisdom and experience to govern on behalf of all villagers. Simply put, ladies and gentlemen, do we turn back the page? Do we turn to an unproven quantity? Or do we vote to keep traveling in the last council's path, namely a path of purpose, a path of professionalism, and a path of accountability? Do we settle for good enough, or do we vote to keep forging ahead and make Bawlf what it should and could be? For the record, I'm at peace with whatever the outcome of the election, because that's the nature of democracy. The voters are never wrong. However, if what I have to offer in terms of vision, communication, and leadership is what folks want to see for Bawlf, I respectfully ask for your support on Election Day. If elected, I won't promise the moon, but I will continue to show the servant leadership you have always asked of me. Doing doing the right things and doing them right. Thanks for listening.